Hello YouTube, TechGeek311 here with a quick review over G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra. Hey YouTube, how's it going? This is going to be a quick review over G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra. Now I know this movie's been out since 2009, but the only reason that I'm doing the review now is because G.I. Joe Part 2 comes out this Friday on the 29th. So I wanted to give all the fanboys and girls out there from the 1980s at least some hope and some idea of what I thought about this movie compared to what we all grew up with. So to begin with, I'm going to start off with what we all know, and that is basically the 1980s G.I. Joe cartoon, comic books, and toys. This, I have to say, is by far the best from G.I. Joe. The characters are all correct, the story was good, the action was good. This is what all the fanboys and girls of the 1980s grew up with. This is all what we remember, this is what we liked, this is what we enjoyed. From what I've found out, reading the comic books, seeing the cartoons, the stories were definitely more realistic and they were more down to earth. Had way better storytelling, had lots of action, there was also lots of martial arts, and it was a greater insight into who the characters were. The G.I. Joe cartoons and movie comic characters basically didn't have any flashy outfits. They were all pretty easygoing. The Cobra Troopers usually had their eyes open, only their mouth covered. They looked pretty human. And the G.I. Joe was more military-like than space-aged. Now, the movie, The Rise of Cobra, the story and the characters, from what you can see in this picture here, the outfits pretty much look kind of space-age. I don't know why they did this. I know we're in the 21st century, but still, the costumes of the 80s were much, much better. In my opinion, I liked what they had in the 80s compared to this. From what I found out here on the live action after watching it, is that the costumes look very odd. The character personalities were very wrong. Definitely did not follow the media that the 1980s had, any of the comic book stories or cartoon stories. And a lot of the G.I. Joe members were non-Americans, which I understand we're in the 21st century, but still, if they're going to do a live-action movie based on a comic book and a cartoon, they should at least follow the characters correctly. As far as Cobra in the live movie, they claim Destro was created by Dr. Mindbender, and also that he created Zartan, which both of those are false, according to the comic books and the cartoon media. Cobra Troopers look sort of like aliens. They were the Cobra Vipers. And also they claim at the very end that Dr. Mindbender becomes Cobra Commander, which that is false according to the comic books and the cartoon medias. As far as G.I. Joe, Breaker had an accent of some sort, which in the cartoons, Breaker is an American. He had an American accent. Ripcord was also a white Caucasian American. He was never African American. They claim Snake Eyes took a vow of silence, which according to the comic books, he actually lost his voice getting burned in an airplane accident. And Duke in the cartoons was a lot tougher of a character. He was never in love with the Baroness. He always was loving Scarlet. My overall rating so far is a 2 out of 5 for this movie. I would have loved to have given it more had they followed the characters in the comic books much, much better and much more precise. I'm not claiming that this movie is terrible or bad. I'm just claiming, from my opinion, being a fanboy of the 80s, that they could have done a better job with the media that's out there. So YouTube, I hope you've enjoyed this video. After the 29th, I will do another review over G.I. Joe Retaliation. So as always, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Also, if you'd like to, go ahead and subscribe, and you'll get more of my videos as they come out. Have a good day.